High vibes. Create a life that fuels you, not drains you. Understanding your energy, the key to a fulfilled life. In the modern world, we often talk about success, happiness, and achievement as if they are destinations on a map, fixed points we can reach if we follow the right steps. But what if the true secret to living a fulfilled life is not just about what you do or accomplish, but about how you feel and energy you carry while doing it? What if the key lies in creating a life that fuels you instead of drains you, that amplifies your vitality rather than depleting it? This is the heart of the high-vibe life, a lifestyle where your energy flows freely, your mind stays clear, and your spirit remains uplifted. It's not about fleeting motivation or short bursts of enthusiasm. It's about cultivating a deep, consistent source of energy that powers your every action, decision, and relationship. This energy fuels creativity, productivity, connection, and ultimately, joy. Energy is the currency of life. Without enough of it, even the most promising goals can feel impossible to reach. Stress, exhaustion, and overwhelm become barriers that no amount of willpower can break. But when you learn to manage and elevate your energy, everything changes. Tasks become easier, challenges feel manageable, and you experience a sustained sense of well-being. Science supports this truth. Research in psychology, neuroscience, and health sciences consistently shows that people who manage their energy effectively perform better, make smarter decisions, and enjoy deeper relationships. They are more resilient in the face of setbacks and more engaged in their daily activities. Energy is not just a byproduct of success, it is a fundamental ingredient for it. Yet, most of us live in a constant state of energy drain. We hustle relentlessly, neglect our needs, and surround ourselves with distractions and stressors that pull us away from our natural vitality. We forget that energy isn't unlimited, and without intentional care, it can vanish fast. The problem isn't ambition or hard work, it's the lack of balance and awareness around where our energy comes from and how we use it. This book is designed to shift that narrative. Instead of chasing productivity or achievement at the cost of your health and happiness, you will learn to build a foundation of high, sustainable energy. You will discover how to recognize what depletes you and, more importantly, what replenishes you. You will explore habits, mindsets, and relationships that amplify your energy rather than consume it. Creating a life that fuels you is a revolutionary act in today's fast-paced world. It means saying no to burnout and yes to vitality. It means prioritizing rest and recovery as fiercely as work and goals. It means tuning in to your body and mind and honoring their needs. And it means crafting daily rituals and environments that support your highest energy states. You don't have to sacrifice your well-being for success. In fact, the most successful, creative, and fulfilled people are those who understand that managing their energy is their greatest asset. This book will guide you to become one of those people, a high-vibe individual who attracts opportunity, maintains clarity under pressure, and enjoys the journey as much as the destination. As you read, you'll be invited to reflect, experiment, and adapt. This is not a one-size-fits-all approach. Your energy blueprint is unique, shaped by your body, mind, experiences, and environment. The goal is not perfection, but a gradual transformation toward a life that consistently fuels you, so you can give your best self to everything you do. The path to high vibes is a journey inward and outward. It involves understanding the science behind energy, mastering habits that recharge, cultivating a mindset of abundance, nurturing uplifting relationships, aligning your work with your passions, and protecting your energy through rest and boundaries. The rewards are immense. Imagine waking up with enthusiasm, moving through your day with focus and ease, connecting deeply with others, and ending each day feeling fulfilled rather than depleted. Imagine a life where your energy is your greatest resource, empowering you to create, love, and lead with authenticity. That life is possible. It starts here, with a commitment to hold your energy sacred and build a lifestyle that fuels you rather than drains you. Welcome to High Vibes. Let's begin. Chapter 1. The Science of Energy. How your body and mind fuel each other. Energy is the foundation of every action, thought, and feeling. Without energy, nothing moves forward. Without vitality, progress stalls. But what exactly is energy in the context of human life? And how do your body and mind work together to create and sustain this powerful force? Understanding the science behind your energy systems is crucial for anyone seeking to create a life that fuels them rather than drains them. This chapter dives deep into the intricate dance between physical and mental energy, revealing how these two essential forces are interconnected, interdependent, and can be optimized to elevate your performance, mood, and overall well-being. At its core, energy is a physical phenomenon. The food you eat becomes the fuel that powers your body's cells through a complex biochemical process. When you consume carbohydrates, proteins, and fats, your digestive system breaks these nutrients down into glucose, amino acids, and fatty acids. These molecules enter your bloodstream and are transported to mitochondria, the tiny powerhouses inside your cells. Mitochondria convert these nutrients into adenosine triphosphate, ATP, the molecule that acts as the universal energy currency in your body. This process, cellular respiration, is how your body generates the energy needed for muscle contraction, brain function, and the countless biochemical reactions that sustain life. However, the production of energy at the cellular level is only part of the story. The brain, which consumes about 20% of your body's energy despite making up only about 2% of your body weight, plays a critical role in regulating how energy is distributed and utilized. Your brain is constantly balancing physical and mental demands, prioritizing certain functions over others to maintain homeostasis and respond to your environment. For example, when you're physically active, blood flow is directed to your muscles, while during intense cognitive work, your brain receives more resources to sustain focus and processing. This dynamic allocation demonstrates how body and mind fuel each other through a sophisticated system of communication and resource management. The nervous system acts as the command center in this process, coordinating signals between the brain and body. The autonomic nervous system, ANS, which operates largely outside of conscious control, regulates many of your body's energy systems. It consists of two branches: the sympathetic nervous system, SNS, which prepares the body for action, the fight or flight response, and the parasympathetic nervous system, PNS, which promotes rest and recovery, the rest and digest state. When the SNS is activated, your heart rate increases, blood flow to muscles intensifies, and energy stores are mobilized for immediate use. Conversely, the PNS helps replenish energy by slowing the heart rate, promoting digestion, and facilitating cellular repair. A well-functioning balance between these systems is essential for maintaining optimal energy levels. Chronic activation of the sympathetic nervous system due to stress or overwork leads to energy depletion, fatigue, and burnout. This is why managing stress is not just about feeling better emotionally, but about preserving your body's ability to generate and sustain energy. Practices such as mindfulness, meditation, deep breathing, and progressive muscle relaxation can activate the parasympathetic nervous system, encouraging recovery and restoring your energy reserves. By learning to shift between these states consciously, you gain greater control over your physical and mental energy levels. Mental energy, while less tangible, is equally real and impactful. It's the cognitive and emotional vitality that allows you to concentrate, solve problems, regulate emotions, and stay motivated. Unlike physical energy, mental energy depends heavily on psychological factors such as mindset, motivation, and emotional regulation. For example, when you are engaged in meaningful work, your brain releases neurotransmitters like dopamine and norepinephrine, which boost alertness, motivation, and mood. On the other hand, mental fatigue, often caused by prolonged focus or emotional stress, reduces these neurotransmitters, resulting in decreased concentration and a feeling of burnout. Importantly, mental and physical energy influence each other bidirectionally. Physical exhaustion reduces cognitive function and emotional resilience, making it harder to focus or manage stress. Likewise, mental fatigue can manifest physically, causing headaches, muscle tension, or general lethargy. This interconnectedness means that taking care of your body naturally supports your mind, and vice versa. For instance, exercise not only improves cardiovascular health and physical stamina, but also stimulates the release of endorphins and brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, which enhance mood and cognitive function. Sleep is another fundamental pillar that illustrates the close relationship between body and mind energy. During sleep, your brain consolidates memories, clears metabolic waste, and rebalances neurotransmitter levels, while your body undergoes tissue repair, muscle growth, and immune system strengthening. Lack of quality sleep disrupts these processes, leading to impaired cognitive performance, emotional instability, and reduced physical energy. Scientific studies show that sleep deprivation impairs decision-making, slows reaction time, and increases susceptibility to illness, all of which highlight how intertwined mental and physical energy truly are. Nutrition also plays a vital role. Certain nutrients directly affect brain function and energy metabolism. For example, omega-3 fatty acids found in fish oils support neuronal health and anti-inflammatory processes in the brain. B vitamins are crucial for converting food into energy and supporting neurotransmitter synthesis. Antioxidants from fruits and vegetables combat oxidative stress that damages cells and impairs mitochondrial function. On the flip side, diets high in processed sugars and unhealthy fats cause energy spikes followed by crashes, impair insulin sensitivity, and increase inflammation, all of which contribute to feeling drained and unfocused. Hydration is often overlooked but is equally critical. The brain is approximately 75% water, and even mild dehydration can impair cognitive function, mood, and physical performance. Drinking enough water helps maintain optimal blood flow, supports cellular energy production, and prevents fatigue. Athletes, students, and professionals alike benefit from staying well hydrated to sustain high levels of mental and physical energy throughout the day. Another fascinating area is the role of emotional energy in fueling your overall vitality. Emotions are not just psychological phenomena, but physiological events that influence your energy state. Positive emotions such as joy, gratitude, and enthusiasm increase heart rate variability, HRV, a marker of autonomic nervous system flexibility and resilience. High HRV is associated with better stress management and sustained energy. Conversely, negative emotions like anger, anxiety, and sadness can cause a prolonged sympathetic response, draining energy and increasing wear and tear on your body. Emotional intelligence, the ability to recognize, understand, and manage your emotions, is a key factor in maintaining balanced energy. When you allow yourself to feel and process emotions, rather than suppressing or ignoring them, you prevent the buildup of emotional tension that consumes energy. Techniques such as journaling, therapy, or talking with trusted friends help offload emotional burdens and restore vitality. The environment you inhabit also has a profound impact on your energy. Natural light exposure regulates your circadian rhythms, which control your sleep-wake cycle and energy levels. Green spaces and nature have been shown to reduce stress and increase feelings of rejuvenation. On the contrary, cluttered, noisy, or toxic environments increase cognitive load and emotional stress. draining your energy without you fully realizing it. Social connections provide yet another critical source of energy. Humans are inherently social creatures, and supportive relationships stimulate the release of oxytocin and dopamine, chemicals linked to feelings of safety, happiness, and motivation. Positive social interactions recharge your emotional batteries, while isolation or toxic relationships lead to energy depletion and increase stress hormones like cortisol. Finally, mindset and belief systems play a pivotal role in your energy dynamics. An optimistic, growth-oriented mindset encourages persistence and resilience, which sustain mental energy over time. Negative self-talk, limiting beliefs, and a fixed mindset sap motivation and increase feelings of fatigue. Cultivating a mindset of abundance and possibility transforms how you approach challenges and fuels your energy reserves. In summary, the science of energy reveals a complex, interconnected system where your body and mind continuously fuel each other. Physical processes like nutrition, hydration, sleep, and exercise provide the biochemical foundation for energy, while mental and emotional factors like mindset, stress management, and social connection regulate and modulate how that energy flows. Understanding these interactions empowers you to make deliberate choices that enhance your vitality. By optimizing both your body and mind, you create a sustainable energy system that supports your goals, well-being, and happiness. This foundational knowledge sets the stage for the practical strategies and insights to come. In the chapters ahead, you will learn how to apply this science to your daily life, harnessing your energy in ways that allow you to thrive rather than just survive. Remember, energy is not just a resource, it is your life force. Mastering it is the key to creating a high-vibe life that truly fuels you. Chapter 2. Identifying your energy drainers, habits, people, and environments to avoid. Every vibrant life fueled by high energy begins with awareness not only of what boosts your vitality but also what drains it. Just as understanding the sources of your fuel helps you fill the right tank, recognizing your energy drainers empowers you to protect your inner reserves. Habits, people, and environments all contribute to your energy levels, sometimes subtly, sometimes overtly. The first step toward mastering your energy is to identify these hidden leeches that quietly siphon your strength and limit your potential. In this chapter, we will examine the common energy drainers in your daily life, how to recognize them, and practical strategies to minimize or eliminate their impact so that you can thrive with more clarity, focus, and joy. Let's start by looking at energy-draining habits, those repeated actions or mindsets that gradually deplete your mental and physical resources. One of the most pervasive culprits is chronic multitasking. While it might feel productive to juggle multiple tasks at once, neuroscience reveals a different story. Multitasking overloads your brain's prefrontal cortex, which governs decision-making and attention. This constant task switching fragments your focus, increases errors, and causes faster mental fatigue. When your brain cannot fully engage in one activity before shifting to another, the cognitive cost piles up, leading to exhaustion. To counter this, practice single tasking by dedicating uninterrupted blocks of time to one priority, reducing distractions like notifications, and scheduling deep work sessions. The quality and depth of your focus multiply, preserving your energy rather than dissipating it. Another draining habit is neglecting boundaries between work and rest. In our hyper-connected world, the lines between professional and personal life blur. Responding to emails late at night, working through weekends, or skipping breaks may seem like dedication, but they accelerate burnout. Continuous activation of your stress response without adequate downtime exhausts your nervous system, lowers immune function, and impairs cognitive performance. Setting clear boundaries defining work hours, creating tech-free zones, and honoring scheduled breaks helps your body and mind recover and replenish energy. Remember, productive energy requires a balance of action and rest, not relentless effort. Perfectionism and self-criticism also sap energy by fostering a negative inner dialogue. When you constantly judge yourself harshly or fixate on flaws, your brain activates stress circuits that drain motivation and increase anxiety. This mental exhaustion diminishes your ability to focus and erodes confidence. Shifting from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset, viewing mistakes as opportunities to learn, reduces this internal friction. Practice self-compassion by acknowledging your efforts, celebrating progress, and replacing critical thoughts with affirmations that fuel resilience and optimism. These mindset shifts conserve emotional energy and propel you forward. In addition to habits, certain people in your life can be powerful energy drainers. This doesn't mean cutting off all relationships, but rather becoming discerning about who and what you allow into your emotional space. Energy vampires are individuals who constantly complain, criticize, or create drama without offering solutions or support. These interactions trigger your fight or flight response, flooding your body with stress hormones that wear down your vitality over time. Setting healthy boundaries with such people, limiting time spent, steering conversations toward positive topics, or gently disengaging protects your energy. Conversely, nurturing relationships with supportive, inspiring, and growth-minded individuals replenishes your emotional reserves and fuels motivation. It's equally important to recognize when your own role in relationships drains your energy. Sometimes, people-pleasing, overcommitting, or neglecting self-care to meet others' expectations creates chronic fatigue. Learning to say no and prioritizing your well-being are acts of courage that preserve your energy and enhance your capacity to show up authentically for others. Building emotional intelligence helps you navigate these dynamics with empathy and assertiveness, strengthening bonds without sacrificing your vitality. Environmental factors are often overlooked energy drainers but have profound effects on how you feel and perform. Your physical surroundings can either support or sabotage your energy. Cluttered, noisy, or chaotic environments overstimulate your senses, increasing cognitive load and stress. Poor lighting or lack of natural light disrupts circadian rhythms, contributing to sleep problems and daytime fatigue. To optimize your space, declutter regularly, incorporate plants for improved air quality and mood, and maximize natural light exposure. Ergonomic furniture supports your body, reducing discomfort that can distract and drain focus. If possible, create designated zones for work, rest, and creativity to cue your brain for appropriate energy states. Technology and digital environments present modern energy challenges. The constant ping of notifications, endless social media scrolling, and multitasking on devices fragment attention and foster mental exhaustion. Digital detox practices, such as scheduled screen-free times, using apps to limit social media usage, or turning off non-essential notifications help reclaim your focus and energy. Mindful tech use allows you to harness the benefits of connectivity without falling prey to distraction and overwhelm. Emotional energy drainers also emerge from your internal dialogue and mental habits. Negative self-talk, worry, and rumination consume energy that could be directed toward constructive action. Cognitive distortions like catastrophizing or overgeneralizing trap you in cycles of stress and exhaustion. Awareness and cognitive reframing, actively challenging and replacing unhelpful thoughts with balanced perspectives, are powerful tools to conserve mental energy. Mindfulness meditation enhances this skill by teaching you to observe thoughts without attachment, breaking free from draining thought loops. Sleep deprivation and poor self-care routines also represent critical energy drainers. Without sufficient quality sleep, your body struggles to repair cells, consolidate memory, and regulate emotions. This biological deficit cascades into daytime fatigue, irritability, and reduced cognitive function. Prioritizing sleep, hydration, balanced nutrition, and regular physical activity are foundational steps to counteract these drains and boost your overall energy baseline. Identifying your personal energy drainers requires honest self-reflection and sometimes feedback from trusted friends or mentors. Consider keeping an energy journal for a week note: when you feel energized and when you feel drained. What activities, people, or environments preceded those feelings? Patterns will emerge that highlight your unique drains. With this awareness, you gain the power to take targeted action. Eliminating all energy drainers is neither realistic nor necessary. Life will always present challenges and occasional draining moments. The goal is to minimize unnecessary drains and develop resilience to inevitable stressors. Building awareness, setting boundaries, practicing self-care, and curating your social and physical environment are proactive steps that dramatically enhance your capacity to maintain high energy levels. Your energy is a precious resource shaped by your habits, relationships, and environments. Recognizing and reducing energy drainers is foundational to creating a life that fuels you rather than drains you. By becoming intentional about what you allow into your mental, emotional, and physical space, you open the door to sustained focus, creativity, and joy. In the next chapter, we will explore how to cultivate and amplify your internal energy sources so you can thrive even when challenges arise. Chapter 3. Cultivating High Vibe Habits Daily Rituals that Recharge and Empower. High energy doesn't just happen by chance, it's cultivated intentionally through daily habits that recharge your mind, body, and spirit. These high vibe habits are like small deposits into your energy bank, each contributing to a stronger, more resilient foundation that supports everything you want to achieve. When you consistently nurture yourself with empowering rituals, your energy levels become more stable and less reactive to stress or distractions. This chapter reveals the science and art behind creating daily routines that recharge you deeply, enhance your focus, and empower your growth. First, consider the power of morning rituals. How you start your day sets the tone for what follows. Research in chronobiology, the study of biological rhythms, shows that aligning your morning habits with your natural circadian cycle optimizes energy and cognitive function. For example, exposure to natural sunlight within the first hour of waking helps regulate your internal clock, boosting alertness and mood. Opening your curtains or stepping outside for a brief walk immediately after waking recalibrates your brain and body for peak performance. Combine this with hydration, a glass of water, to rehydrate after hours of sleep, and you prime your metabolism and brain for the day ahead. Incorporating mindfulness or meditation into your morning routine further boosts energy by reducing stress hormones like cortisol and increasing neurotransmitters such as serotonin and dopamine. Even just 5-10 minutes of focused breathing or guided meditation calms the nervous system, improving emotional regulation and mental clarity. This mental reset protects your energy by preventing reactive, exhausting emotional spirals before they start. The habit of starting your day with calm awareness strengthens your emotional resilience and primes your mind for productive focus. Another vital morning habit is movement. Exercise releases endorphins, the brain's natural feel-good chemicals, and increases blood flow, delivering oxygen and nutrients to tissues and organs, including your brain. Studies consistently show that regular physical activity improves mood, memory, and energy levels throughout the day. You don't need an intense workout. A 10-15-minute stretch, yoga session, or brisk walk can dramatically elevate your energy and mindset. These morning rituals, light exposure, hydration, mindfulness, and movement, are powerful, science-backed ways to start your day high vibe and ready to thrive. Beyond the morning, cultivating energy requires attention to your daily nutrition. Food is fuel, but not all fuel is created equal. Consuming balanced meals rich in whole foods, vegetables, fruits, lean proteins, healthy fats, and whole grain supports steady blood sugar and sustained energy release. Avoiding excessive sugar in processed foods prevents energy crashes caused by blood sugar spikes and drops. Hydration throughout the day is equally crucial, as even mild dehydration impairs concentration, mood, and physical stamina. Incorporating energy-boosting snacks like nuts, seeds, or fresh fruit can help maintain stable glucose levels and avoid the fatigue that comes with long gaps between meals. Equally important is the habit of mindful breaks. Productivity research emphasizes the value of regular breaks to maintain sustained attention and prevent burnout. The Pomodoro technique, for example, suggests working in focused 25-minute intervals, followed by 5-minute breaks. These brief pauses allow your brain to rest and recharge. During breaks, resist the temptation to check social media or emails, which fragment your focus. Instead, practice deep breathing, a short walk, or gentle stretching to restore energy. Mindful breaks interrupt the fatigue cycle and help maintain high performance. Alongside physical and cognitive habits, nurturing your emotional energy is fundamental. Cultivating gratitude is a simple but profound daily ritual with wide-ranging benefits. Neuroscience shows that regularly focusing on things you appreciate activates brain regions linked to reward and motivation while reducing stress-related activity. Keeping a gratitude journal, where you write 3 things you're thankful for each day, shifts your mindset from scarcity to abundance, energizing you emotionally and psychologically. This habit transforms your internal narrative and creates a high-vibe emotional environment that fuels your drive and happiness. Practicing positive affirmations is another empowering ritual that reprograms limiting beliefs and nurtures confidence. The brain's neural plasticity means that repeated positive statements reshape thought patterns, increasing self-efficacy and motivation. Craft affirmations that resonate with your goals and values, such as, "I am capable of achieving great things," or "My energy grows stronger every day." Reciting these affirmations daily, especially in the morning or before challenging tasks, can increase your energy by boosting optimism and reducing anxiety. To fully cultivate high-vibe habits, it's essential to embrace evening rituals that prepare your body and mind for restorative rest. Quality sleep is the cornerstone of sustained energy, and winding down effectively is crucial to achieving it. Avoid blue light from screens at least an hour before bedtime, as it suppresses melatonin, the hormone that signals sleep. Instead, create a calming environment, dim lights, soothing sounds, and relaxing activities like reading or journaling. Gentle stretching or meditation before bed lowers heart rate and eases tension, facilitating deeper sleep. These rituals recharge your physical and mental energy so you wake refreshed and ready to conquer the day. Another transformative habit is setting daily intentions. This practice focuses your attention on your highest priorities and aligns your actions with your purpose. Each morning, take a moment to visualize your day unfolding successfully and identify your top 1 or 2 goals. This focused mindset directs your energy efficiently and prevents scatter. Intentions act as a compass that keeps you energized by reminding you why your efforts matter, especially during inevitable challenges or distractions. Incorporating learning and growth as a daily habit energizes your mind and spirit. Engaging with inspiring books, podcasts, or courses expands your perspective and motivates you to stretch beyond comfort zones. Continuous learning triggers dopamine release, the neurotransmitter tied to reward and motivation, creating a positive feedback loop of curiosity and energy. Even dedicating 15 minutes daily to self-development fuels momentum and high vibes. Finally, it's critical to recognize that cultivating high-vibe habits isn't about perfection but consistency and adaptability. Life's unpredictable nature means some days will challenge your routines. The goal is to cultivate a toolkit of rituals you can return to regularly, adjusting as needed. Over time, these small habits compound, transforming your energy landscape and empowering you to live a life fueled, not drained, by your daily choices. Daily rituals that recharge and empower are the foundation of sustained high energy. Science supports the impact of morning routines that align with circadian rhythms, balanced nutrition, mindful breaks, emotional practices like gratitude and affirmations, and restorative evening habits. Setting intentions and committing to continuous growth deepen your connection to purpose and motivation. By cultivating these high-vibe habits, you create an unstoppable energy flow that elevates every area of your life. Chapter 4. The Power of Mindset Shifting to an Abundance and Growth Perspective. The foundation of a vibrant, energized life doesn't start with external factors. Alone begins within your mind. How you perceive the world, interpret your experiences, and frame your potential creates the lens through which your energy flows. Your mindset, the set of beliefs and attitudes you carry, shapes how you respond to challenges, opportunities, and setbacks. Shifting from scarcity thinking, where resources and success feel limited, to an abundance mindset that embraces growth and possibility, fundamentally transforms your energy, motivation, and life trajectory. The concept of mindset was popularized by psychologist Carol Dweck, whose groundbreaking research distinguished between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. People with a fixed mindset believe their abilities, intelligence, and talents are static traits, limited and unchangeable. They often avoid challenges, feel threatened by others' success, and give up easily in the face of setbacks. Conversely, those with a growth mindset view abilities as malleable, capable of development through effort, learning, and persistence. They embrace challenges, persist through failures, and see effort as the pathway to mastery. This distinction is more than academic. It profoundly affects your energy and productivity. When you adopt a growth mindset, setbacks become opportunities for learning rather than sources of discouragement. You build resilience and emotional stamina that protect your energy. Challenges no longer drain you but energize you because they signal growth and progress. This mindset fuels intrinsic motivation, the deep internal drive that sustains effort over time, making your energy sustainable rather than fleeting. Beyond the fixed growth binary, an equally powerful shift is from a scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset. Scarcity thinking assumes there's never enough time, money, success, love, leading to fear, competition, and stress. This mindset narrows your focus to protecting resources and avoiding loss, which drains energy and creativity. Abundance thinking, by contrast, believes there is plenty to go around. It fosters generosity, collaboration, and openness, which expands your energy and possibilities. When you feel abundant, you take risks, innovate, and attract opportunities rather than repel them through fear and resistance. Science supports the transformative power of mindset shifts. Neuroscience shows that the brain remains plastic, capable of change throughout life. Your thoughts and beliefs physically shape neural pathways. Repeatedly focusing on growth and abundance strengthens these pathways, making positive responses automatic over time. This rewiring reduces stress-related brain activity and enhances areas linked to problem-solving and emotional regulation. Simply put, your mindset literally changes your brain's architecture and your capacity to sustain high energy and resilience. Developing an abundance and growth mindset starts with awareness. Begin noticing when scarcity thoughts or fixed beliefs arise. For example, you might catch yourself thinking, "I'm not good enough," "there's not enough time," or "success is for others, not me." These thoughts create energy blocks that limit your actions and drain vitality. The next step is to consciously challenge and reframe these beliefs. Replace "I can't do this" with "I'm learning how to do this," or "there isn't enough" with "there are many paths to success." This reframing shifts your internal dialogue from limitation to possibility, recharging your energy and engagement. A powerful practice to reinforce abundance thinking is gratitude journaling. which deepens your awareness of what you already have. This daily habit shifts attention from lack to plenty, rewiring your brain to recognize abundance in everyday life. Gratitude not only uplifts mood, but increases dopamine and serotonin production, neurotransmitters associated with motivation and well-being. Over time, this practice cultivates optimism and energy that propel you forward. Another technique is visualization, mentally rehearsing your desired outcomes, as if they are already happening. Visualization engages the brain's reward centers and primes you for success, increasing confidence and drive. When you visualize abundance and growth, you reinforce your belief in possibility, aligning your energy with your goals. Many top performers use this method to boost focus and maintain high energy during setbacks. Cultivating a growth mindset also involves embracing failure as feedback. Instead of fearing mistakes, see them as valuable data points that inform your next steps. This perspective protects your energy by reducing fear and shame associated with setbacks. When failure is reframed as a learning tool, you remain curious and motivated, continuously adapting and improving. This approach is not about blind optimism, but realistic perseverance, grounded in learning and self-compassion. Self-compassion itself is a crucial component of a growth mindset. Treating yourself with kindness during struggles preserves emotional energy and prevents burnout. Research links self-compassion to greater motivation and resilience, as it buffers the negative impact of stress and failure. High performers don't demand perfection. They acknowledge imperfection and maintain energy by nurturing themselves through challenges. Your environment and social circle also influence your mindset. Surrounding yourself with people who model growth and abundance thinking creates a supportive ecosystem that reinforces your own beliefs. Seek mentors, peers, and communities that encourage learning, curiosity, and generosity. Conversely, limiting relationships that perpetuate scarcity and fixed thinking can sap your energy and confidence. Intentional social choices align your mindset with your highest potential. Practical steps to cultivate this mindset daily include setting growth-oriented goals, goals that emphasize learning and effort, not just outcome. For example, I will practice public speaking 3 times this week, focuses on growth, whereas I must give a perfect speech can trigger fixed mindset anxiety. Celebrate progress and effort as much as results to reinforce growth. Mindset shifts are also supported by affirmations and mantras tailored to abundance and growth. Statements like, "I am capable of continuous growth," or "there is always enough opportunity for me," repeated regularly, strengthen these beliefs neurologically. Combine these with mindful awareness to catch scarcity or fixed thoughts early and pivot them. The shift to abundance and growth perspective also transforms how you handle competition and collaboration. Instead of viewing others' success as a threat, you learn to celebrate and learn from it. This collaborative mindset energizes you by opening new avenues for learning and support, rather than draining you through jealousy or fear. Viewing the world as a cooperative space of shared growth increases your creative energy and expands your impact. Ultimately, embracing abundance and growth mindsets is a daily practice of choice and discipline. It requires intention, patience, and the willingness to confront limiting beliefs and fears. But the payoff is profound. A mindset that fuels resilience, ignites motivation, nurtures creativity, and sustains high energy through life's ups and downs. By shifting your perspective, you unlock the power to create a life filled with possibility, joy, and fulfillment. As you continue this journey, remember that mindset is not fixed. It's a muscle that grows stronger with practice. Every time you choose growth over stagnation and abundance over scarcity, you invest in your energy and future. This chapter's insights are tools to help you build that muscle and keep your energy high, your mind open, and your spirit unstoppable. Chapter 5. Relationships that elevate, building connections that inspire and support. Humans are inherently social beings. Our connections with others shape not only our emotional landscape, but also our energy, productivity, and overall well-being. The quality of your relationships can either elevate your life, fueling your motivation, creativity, and resilience, or drain your energy, cloud your mindset, and hold you back from your full potential. Understanding how to build and nurture relationships that inspire and support you is one of the most powerful strategies to create a life that fuels you, not drains you. The phrase, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with," may sound cliché, but research backs its truth. Our social circles influence our behaviors, beliefs, and even neurological wiring. When you surround yourself with positive, growth-oriented individuals, you create an environment ripe for encouragement, accountability, and shared success. Conversely, toxic or draining relationships can sabotage your energy and undermine your ambitions. At the heart of elevating relationships is mutual support. Support is not just about receiving help, but also giving it in return. Healthy relationships thrive on reciprocity, where both parties invest time, energy, and care. These connections become safe spaces where vulnerability is welcomed, mistakes are forgiven, and ambitions are nurtured. In such environments, you feel empowered to take risks, knowing you have a network that will catch you if you fall. This sense of security releases stress and conserves energy, allowing you to focus on growth. Another critical element is inspiration. The right relationships ignite your passion and remind you of your purpose. They expose you to new ideas, perspectives, and possibilities, expanding your vision beyond your current limitations. Being around ambitious, driven people who align with your values motivates you to push harder and dream bigger. Their energy is contagious, fueling your own. Building relationships that elevate begins with self-awareness, knowing what you need and what you bring to others. Before seeking connections, reflect on the qualities that energize you. Do you thrive around optimistic, creative thinkers? Do you need people who challenge you intellectually, or those who provide emotional comfort? Understanding your own needs helps you find relationships that fit your energy blueprint rather than drain it. Equally important is recognizing your value in relationships. Confidence in what you offer, whether it's encouragement, skills, empathy, or knowledge, positions you as a meaningful contributor, attracting like-minded individuals. People gravitate toward those who bring energy rather than demand it. This mindset shifts your approach from seeking validation to creating mutually enriching connections. Once you know what you seek and what you offer, the next step is intentional connection building. This means actively cultivating relationships with purpose rather than waiting for chance encounters. Attend events, join groups, or participate in communities aligned with your interests and goals. Volunteer, collaborate, and initiate conversations that move beyond small talk. Building meaningful connections requires effort, consistency, and authenticity. Authenticity is crucial. Genuine relationships are built on trust and honesty. When you show your true self, including your vulnerabilities and imperfections, you invite others to do the same. This openness deepens bonds and creates emotional safety, which is essential for sustained support. Pretending to be someone you're not or hiding struggles drains energy and creates distance. Communication skills play a vital role in relationship building. Listening actively, expressing appreciation, and providing constructive feedback strengthen trust and respect. Active listening means fully focusing on the speaker without planning your response, which validates their experience and fosters connection. Expressing gratitude reinforces positive interactions, boosting morale on both sides. Constructive feedback offered with kindness helps growth without breeding resentment. Another powerful tool is setting boundaries. Healthy relationships respect your limits and priorities. Learning to say no when needed protects your energy from overcommitment and emotional exhaustion. Boundaries clarify expectations, reduce misunderstandings, and create balanced exchanges. While difficult at first, boundary setting is an act of self-respect that ultimately deepens trust. In addition to individual relationships, cultivating supportive communities is transformative. Communities offer collective wisdom, shared resources, and a sense of belonging. Being part of a group with aligned values and goals amplifies motivation and accountability. Online forums, mastermind groups, or local clubs can be excellent sources of encouragement and inspiration. The community's energy uplifts you when personal motivation wanes. Navigating conflict skillfully is another dimension of elevating relationships. Conflict is inevitable, but does not have to be destructive. Approaching disagreements with curiosity rather than defensiveness allows you to understand others' perspectives and find common ground. Conflict resolution skills like empathy, compromise, and patience turn challenges into growth opportunities. Mastering these skills preserves relationship energy and strengthens bonds. The digital age has expanded our ability to connect but also presents unique challenges. Social media can be a double-edged sword. While it offers platforms to build networks, it can also foster superficial interactions and comparison traps that drain energy. Being selective about your digital interactions and prioritizing face-to-face or meaningful conversations ensures your connections truly elevate you. It's also important to recognize when relationships no longer serve your growth or well-being. Toxic relationships characterized by manipulation, negativity, or disrespect drain energy and sabotage success. Ending or limiting contact with such relationships is a courageous act of self-care. While difficult, freeing yourself from these energy drains opens space for healthier connections. Research in positive psychology highlights the profound impact of supportive relationships on happiness, stress reduction, and longevity. People with strong social bonds have lower rates of anxiety and depression and recover faster from illness. Their energy systems function more efficiently, illustrating how relationships literally fuel your physical and mental vitality. The interplay between relationships and energy is cyclical. When you invest in elevating connections, you receive emotional and motivational energy that enhances your productivity and mood. This increased energy, in turn, allows you to be more present, supportive, and inspiring to others, creating a virtuous cycle of growth and fulfillment. Practically, you can start by evaluating your current relationships. Who lifts you up? Who drains you? Make a list and consider adjustments. Then, prioritize nurturing high-vibe relationships through regular communication, shared activities, and mutual goal setting. Look for opportunities to connect with new people who embody the qualities you aspire to. Remember, building elevating relationships is not about quantity, but quality. A few deep, supportive connections have far more impact than numerous superficial ones. Invest time and energy where it matters most, and watch your energy and life transform. Ultimately, relationships that elevate are pillars of a high-vibe life. They inspire you to grow, support you through challenges, and celebrate your successes. They create a network of energy and encouragement that propels you forward when your own reserves wane. By consciously cultivating these connections, you harness one of the most powerful fuels for lasting motivation and fulfillment. Chapter 6. Aligning your work and passion, finding purpose that energizes you. One of the greatest sources of lasting energy and fulfillment comes from aligning your work with your passion, when what you do daily resonates deeply with what truly matters to you. This alignment creates a powerful synergy that fuels motivation, sparks creativity, and transforms even the most challenging tasks into meaningful steps on a larger journey. Finding and living your purpose is not just a feel-good ideal. It is a scientifically supported catalyst for well-being, resilience, and sustained energy. Purpose acts like a compass that guides your decisions, focus, and effort. When your work reflects your core values and passions, you experience a profound sense of engagement known as flow, where time seems to expand and your energy feels inexhaustible. This state of optimal engagement has been extensively studied by psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, who identified flow as a key to happiness and peak performance. Flow occurs when challenges match your skills and your actions align with intrinsic motivations. In other words, when your work feels meaningful and you are fully absorbed in it. This experience is energizing, not draining. Conversely, when your daily work feels disconnected from your passions or values, it often results in exhaustion, boredom, or frustration. The mental and emotional strain of working in misalignment creates chronic energy drain. Tasks feel tedious, motivation wanes, and stress mounts. This disconnect often leads to burnout, disengagement, and a diminished sense of self-worth. Understanding this dynamic is crucial for anyone seeking to create a high-vibe life where work energizes rather than depletes. Identifying your passion and purpose begins with deep self-reflection and exploration. Many people struggle because they think passion must be a single, grand calling, or that it emerges fully formed. Instead, purpose often unfolds gradually, emerging from your interests, values, strengths, and experiences. Start by asking yourself questions. What activities make me lose track of time? What topics or causes consistently draw my attention? When do I feel most alive and engaged? What problems do I feel compelled to solve? These reflections can reveal clues to your purpose. Another important step is recognizing that purpose is not fixed or static. It can evolve over time as you grow, learn, and shift priorities. What fueled you in your 20s may differ from what drives you in your 40s. Embracing this fluidity prevents discouragement and opens you to continuous rediscovery. Purpose is less about a destination and more about an ongoing journey aligned with your evolving self. Many people hold limiting beliefs that prevent them from pursuing their passions fully. Fear of failure, societal expectations, financial concerns, or imposter syndrome create internal barriers that sap energy before the work even begins. Overcoming these mental blocks requires courage and strategic mindset shifts. Remind yourself that pursuing purpose does not demand perfection or immediate success. It is about consistent effort, experimentation, and learning from setbacks. Every step forward, no matter how small, generates momentum and energy. Aligning work and passion also requires practical strategies to integrate your purpose into daily life. This may mean pivoting careers, starting side projects, or carving out dedicated time for passion projects alongside existing responsibilities. Sometimes, alignment involves reframing current work by focusing on aspects you find meaningful, such as the impact on others, learning opportunities, or creative expression. When complete career shifts are not feasible, intentionally designing your day to include energizing tasks can sustain motivation. Creating a support system is critical during this alignment process. Share your goals and passions with mentors, peers, or coaches who can provide encouragement, accountability, and guidance. Surrounding yourself with individuals who value growth and authenticity energizes your pursuit of purpose. Their belief in you serves as fuel when self-doubt arises. Research shows that people with a clear sense of purpose tend to have better mental and physical health, higher resilience to stress, and greater life satisfaction. Purpose activates reward centers in the brain, releasing dopamine and other feel-good neurotransmitters that boost energy and motivation. It also provides psychological resilience, helping you withstand challenges because your work feels worthwhile beyond immediate gains. A powerful way to strengthen alignment is to articulate your personal mission statement, a concise declaration of your core purpose and values that guides your actions and decisions. This statement serves as an anchor during difficult moments and a lens through which you evaluate opportunities. Writing it down clarifies your vision and reinforces commitment. In addition to personal fulfillment, aligning your work with passion benefits those around you. When you bring enthusiasm and authenticity to your endeavors, you inspire colleagues, friends, and family. Your energy becomes contagious, creating ripple effects of positivity and productivity. Purpose-driven work often fosters collaboration, innovation, and leadership qualities that elevate teams and organizations. Challenges and setbacks are inevitable on the path to alignment, but they are part of growth. Reframing obstacles as feedback rather than failures keeps you engaged and energized. Reflect on lessons learned, adjust your approach, and maintain a long-term perspective. Remember that meaningful work is rarely easy, but it is deeply rewarding. Technology and the modern world offer unprecedented opportunities to explore and pursue passions. Online learning platforms, communities, and remote work options allow you to experiment with different interests and create flexible career paths. Use these tools strategically to expand skills and networks aligned with your purpose. Finally, cultivating daily rituals that reinforce your connection to passion and purpose is essential. Morning reflections, journaling, visualization, or mindfulness practices keep your mission top of mind and fuel intrinsic motivation. Regularly revisiting your purpose renews energy and commitment, preventing drift into disengagement. Aligning your work with your passion is one of the most effective ways to create a life that fuels you rather than drains you. This alignment ignites flow, boosts resilience, and sustains motivation through challenges. It requires self-awareness, courage to overcome fears, practical adjustments, and ongoing commitment. By living your purpose, you tap into a wellspring of energy that empowers you to thrive personally and professionally, inspiring others along the way. Chapter 7. Rest, Recovery, and Boundaries, Protecting Your Energy for the Long Haul. In the pursuit of a high-vibe life where energy fuels action rather than dwindling into exhaustion, understanding the crucial roles of rest, recovery, and boundaries is paramount. Many people undervalue rest, seeing it as a passive state or even a weakness in today's culture of relentless productivity. Yet, rest is not a luxury. It is a biological necessity and a strategic tool essential for sustainable performance and well-being. Without intentional rest and clear boundaries, energy rapidly depletes, creativity dulls, and motivation fades, leading to burnout and diminished quality of life. Rest is often misunderstood as simply doing nothing, but scientifically, it encompasses several important processes that restore the body and mind. Recovery refers to the active restoration of energy systems after exertion, whether physical, mental, or emotional. Boundaries serve as the protective barriers that preserve your energy reserves by managing demands from external sources. Together, rest, recovery, and boundaries form a triad of energy preservation that sustains long-term vitality. To fully appreciate why rest is so essential, we need to understand how energy works in the human body. At a cellular level, energy is produced in the mitochondria, tiny power plants within each cell. The energy currency, ATP, adenosine triphosphate, is generated through processes that require oxygen, nutrients, and rest. When you push your body or mind relentlessly without adequate recovery, these systems become overwhelmed, leading to fatigue, impaired cognitive function, and weakened immunity. In fact, chronic stress and sleep deprivation disrupt mitochondrial function, accelerating aging and illness. Sleep is the most fundamental form of rest. During deep sleep stages, the brain undergoes vital housekeeping tasks, consolidating memories, clearing toxins, and regulating hormones that affect mood and metabolism. Skimping on sleep has immediate negative effects on focus, emotional regulation, and decision-making. Over time, insufficient sleep increases the risk of chronic diseases such as diabetes, heart disease, and depression. Prioritizing sleep hygiene, consistent sleep schedules, a dark, cool environment, and limited screen exposure before bed is a foundational strategy for protecting energy. Beyond sleep, rest includes moments of mental downtime that allow the brain to reset. Neuroscientific research has shown that the brain's default mode network activates during restful moments, supporting creativity, problem-solving, and emotional processing. Incorporating breaks during work, practicing mindfulness, or simply sitting quietly outdoors can facilitate this mental restoration. In fact, micro-rests, short pauses lasting just a few minutes, can significantly boost productivity and focus when interspersed throughout demanding tasks. Recovery extends beyond rest to include active practices that replenish physical and emotional energy. Physical recovery strategies such as stretching, gentle exercise, hydration, and balanced nutrition support muscle repair and reduce inflammation. Emotional recovery involves practices that soothe the nervous system and regulate stress responses, such as deep breathing, meditation, journaling, or engaging in hobbies that bring joy and relaxation. Recognizing your unique recovery needs and incorporating these practices regularly is critical for sustained energy. Equally important to rest and recovery are boundaries, which function as your frontline defense against energy drain. Boundaries are the limits you set around your time, attention, and emotional availability to protect your resources from overcommitment or toxic influences. Many high-achieving individuals struggle with saying no, fearing they might miss opportunities or disappoint others. However, lack of boundaries often leads to scattered focus, chronic stress, and resentment. Establishing clear boundaries starts with self-awareness, understanding what drains your energy and where you need protection. This might mean setting limits on work hours, digital device usage, social interactions, or personal obligations. Communicating boundaries assertively but kindly is essential. For example, telling colleagues you won't answer emails after a certain time preserves your evening rest. Declining invitations that don't align with your values or energy capacity frees you to prioritize restorative activities. The modern world's hyperconnectivity poses unique challenges to boundaries. Smartphones, social media, and instant communication blur lines between work and personal life, creating constant interruptions. This always-on culture overloads attention and disrupts rest. Intentional digital detoxes, scheduled periods without screens, and designated tech-free zones or times can help reclaim your focus and support restful rhythms. Mindfully curating your information diet prevents emotional exhaustion from negative news or social comparison. Another boundary to consider is the emotional energy you invest in relationships. While social connection is vital for well-being, not all interactions are equally nourishing. Identifying and limiting contact with toxic or draining individuals protects your mental health. Surrounding yourself with supportive, uplifting people creates an energetic buffer and encourages positive growth. Remember, choosing healthy relationships is a powerful act of self-care. The art of rest and boundary setting also involves recognizing and respecting your natural energy rhythms. The science of chronobiology reveals that people have peak times of alertness and energy during the day, often called circadian rhythms. Aligning your most demanding tasks with your natural energy peaks enhances efficiency and reduces fatigue. Similarly, honoring times when energy naturally dips by scheduling rest or lighter activities supports recovery. This self-tuning approach respects your body's wisdom rather than forcing productivity against natural cycles. Many cultures throughout history have embraced rhythms of rest, such as siestas or Sabbath days, recognizing the importance of collective pause. Reintegrating these practices into your life can be a radical but transformative step toward high-vibe living. Rest days or sabbaticals allow deep restoration and renewed perspective, preventing burnout and enhancing creativity. Despite the evidence supporting rest and boundaries, guilt and societal pressures often hinder people from prioritizing these essential practices. Productivity myths glorify busyness and equate rest with laziness. Challenging these cultural narratives requires mindset shifts that honor rest as a form of strength and strategic investment in long-term success. Rest is not the enemy of achievement, it is its foundation. Integrating rest, recovery, and boundaries into your life requires intentional habits and rituals. Daily routines might include scheduled breaks, mindful breathing sessions, or evening wind-down rituals that signal your nervous system to relax. Weekly practices could involve digital detoxes, social boundary reviews, or restorative activities like nature walks or yoga. Periodic retreats or vacations provide deeper recovery and perspective shifts. Tracking your energy levels and recovery status is also a useful tool. Journaling about how different activities impact your vitality, or using wearables to monitor sleep and heart rate variability, can offer insights that guide adjustments. The more attuned you become to your body's signals, the better you can protect and nurture your energy. Leadership and role modeling rest and boundaries benefits not only you, but also those around you. Demonstrating these practices encourages teams, families, and communities to value sustainable energy management and challenge unhealthy work cultures. Creating environments where rest is normalized enhances collective well-being and productivity. Ultimately, protecting your energy through rest, recovery, and boundaries is a lifelong commitment. It requires vigilance, self-compassion, and courage to prioritize your needs amid external demands. By embracing rest as a powerful ally rather than a hurdle, you build resilience that supports you through life's inevitable challenges and accelerates growth and creativity. Boundaries act as your shield, preserving your energetic reserves so you can engage fully and authentically. Living with this energy-conscious mindset transforms productivity from frantic busyness into intentional, meaningful action. You learn to listen deeply to your body and mind, responding with care rather than force. This approach sustains high vibes, helping you create a life that truly fuels you, not drains you. Living the high-vibe life commitment, growth, and beyond. Reaching the point where you live a truly high-vibe life is not about a final destination or a fixed state of perfection. It is an ongoing journey, a dynamic process of commitment, growth, and conscious evolution. Throughout this book, we have explored how your energy, the most vital currency you possess, can be intentionally managed, nourished, and protected to fuel your passions, relationships, work, and overall well-being. Now, as you stand at this threshold, it is important to embrace the truth that living a high-vibe life is a continual practice that demands persistence, adaptability, and self-compassion. The essence of the high-vibe life lies in your commitment to yourself, to honor your body's needs, nurture your mind, cultivate empowering habits, foster uplifting relationships, and establish boundaries that safeguard your precious energy. This commitment is a radical act of self-respect and a powerful declaration that your well-being and joy matter deeply. It defies the exhausting cultural myths that glorify busyness, stress, and sacrifice as badges of honor. Instead, it invites you to redefine success as thriving with vitality, creativity, and authenticity. Growth, the second pillar of this life, is woven through every chapter and concept we have discussed. It is not always comfortable or linear. Growth challenges you to step outside of old patterns, to question limiting beliefs, to confront fears and uncertainties. It requires you to reflect honestly on what drains you and what lifts you up, and to make courageous choices aligned with your highest values and true self. High-vibe living is fueled by curiosity and openness to change, recognizing that every setback, every moment of discomfort, carries within it the seed of transformation. To sustain this growth, it is essential to cultivate a mindset of abundance and resilience. Abundance encourages you to see opportunities rather than obstacles, to appreciate the richness of your experiences, and to believe that your energy can expand rather than be depleted. Resilience equips you to bounce back from challenges and setbacks without losing sight of your path. Together, they enable you to navigate life's ups and downs with grace and strength. A high-vibe life is also deeply connected to purpose and meaning. When your work and passions align with what energizes you at your core, your energy flows naturally, your motivation is sustained, and your impact is magnified. Purpose acts as a guiding star, helping you make intentional decisions about how you invest your energy and time. It also provides a powerful source of fulfillment that buffers against burnout. Continually revisiting and refining your purpose ensures that your energy is always directed toward what truly matters to you. Equally important is the role of relationships and community in a high-vibe life. Humans are inherently social beings, and our energy is profoundly affected by the company we keep. Surrounding yourself with supportive, inspiring people creates a positive feedback loop of energy and encouragement. These relationships provide emotional nourishment, accountability, and a sense of belonging, all critical components of sustained vitality. Investing in these connections is an investment in your own energy ecosystem. Protecting your energy through rest, recovery, and boundaries remains foundational. As life grows more complex and demands multiply, the temptation to sacrifice rest can be strong. Yet, without intentional replenishment, your energy bank runs dry, and the high-vibe life becomes unsustainable. Recognize rest not as an indulgence, but as a necessity, a strategic component of your success and happiness. Your boundaries are your shield, and practicing them with clarity and kindness empowers you to say yes to what serves you and no to what doesn't. Living a high-vibe life also means embracing balance without rigidity. Some days, you may need more rest, others, more action. Flexibility in honoring your energy needs fosters self-trust and reduces the pressure to perform constantly. It is through this balance that joy and flow emerge naturally, transforming work and life from burdens into sources of inspiration and growth. The journey toward a life that fuels you, not drains you, invites you to deepen your awareness of your internal landscape, your thoughts, emotions, habits, and energy patterns. Developing this self-awareness is a lifelong practice that sharpens your ability to respond rather than react, to make choices that uplift you rather than deplete you. Mindfulness, reflection, and regular check-ins with yourself become powerful tools in this process. As you cultivate this relationship with yourself, you also grow in empathy and compassion for others. Recognizing your own needs opens the door to honoring the needs of those around you. A high-vibe life is not lived in isolation, but in connection with yourself, with others, and with the world. Your energy ripples outward, influencing your environment and contributing to a culture of well-being and vitality. Ultimately, living the high-vibe life is an act of legacy. The energy you nurture and project shapes not only your own experience but also the lives of those you touch. Whether through your work, your relationships, or your daily interactions, you become a beacon of possibility and inspiration. Your commitment to high vibes invites others to rise with you, creating a collective momentum toward healthier, more vibrant ways of being. Remember, this journey is uniquely yours. There is no one-size-fits-all formula. What fuels your energy will evolve as you do. Approach this process with curiosity and kindness. Celebrate your progress and learn from your challenges. Each step you take toward greater energy mastery is a victory that strengthens your foundation for all that lies ahead. So, as you close this book and step forward into your life, carry with you the understanding that your energy is your greatest asset. Treat it with reverence, protect it fiercely, and invest it wisely. Dare to want more vitality, more joy, more purpose. Commit to the high-vibe life, not just as a goal, but as a daily practice, that transforms ordinary moments into extraordinary ones. Your life, fueled by authentic energy, holds limitless potential. Live boldly, live intentionally, and let your energy light the way.